Hello, beautiful souls. That was Miss Pussifer. I wanted to hop on here and kind of tell you a little bit of something recently that happened. I've been doing a lot of healing over the last 6 years from multiple brain injuries and other injuries. And December, well, the winter season's always challenging, has been challenging for me in the past because that's when all the injuries happened. Your body keeps a score. And so this year, though, is a little bit different. It felt like something deep was going on. I felt like I was just swimming in SHIT consistently. Starting in September of this last year, 2025, till the middle of December of 2025, I was in such a dark place, in a dark hole, it felt like. And I was just consumed by it all. My symptoms and sensations and pain and just memories were coming up from years, childhood stuff that I thought I had already dealt with. But if you don't deal with it, it's going to come up one way or another. I was experiencing severe physical pain, emotional pain, spiritually felt like I was in limbo. And that was those months, September to December, the middle of December. You can ask my husband. It was dark. I felt so uncomfortable and just so, my nervous system was on edge, was in fight or flight or shut down. I really felt like I couldn't breathe. And eventually things have to come to a head. Eventually things have to just express itself one way or another. And I was just in such a fog and darkness that it just really felt like it was the dark night of the soul. And then it came to a head. Then it just everything came crashing down on me, and it had to go somewhere. The one thing I could say is that I have been sober. I got sober 11 years ago. Well, December was 11 years. And through it all, I didn't drink. That's huge. So I have to honor that. That's a huge thing for someone that has been an alcoholic since they were a child. And I'm 49 now. I've been sober 11 years. I didn't drink. But what ended up happening was I used to be a spitfire. If you would have known me 11 years ago, 12 years ago, I was a spitfire. I didn't listen to anybody. I was stubborn. I was highly codependent. I was not a very positive person. I thrived on drama. And I had a temper. And you can ask my kids, and we're very open about this. I'm very accountable for everything I've ever done in my life. But I was a yeller. I yelled all the time. I considered yelling my second language. I yelled all the time. Yelled at my kids, yelled at my spouse, yelled. yelled at myself, always yelled. And I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I thought that's just the way I was. That's how you talk. And I got that because my mom was like that. That's how I was raised. No excuses, though. Once you get to a certain age, it becomes your responsibility to make the changes that are necessary for your well-being and the well-being of others. And become accountable. In AA, you make amends. You know. So, I'm so beyond thankful that I have a relationship with my adult children and that we are really close, and I'm pretty sure that they would say that I've changed quite a bit. And yelling, I haven't yelled in a long time. Well, I mean, I've raised my voice, but I haven't like yelled like consistently. And then one morning, my husband was home from work, and it was early, and he's not just my husband, my best friend, my partner in life, he's also my caretaker since the brain injuries, and so he works full-time and then takes care of me. And he just spent from September to the middle, like almost December, listening to me cry and complain and just get so upset, be depressed. And I felt like I was me back then. And it did not feel good at all. But I just didn't feel like I could escape it, and I couldn't figure out why. I was just like baffled, like, why am I always feeling this way, like on edge and just like like I was vibrating on the inside. Why? And I had nothing to help me calm it down. I've chosen this path of non-pharmaceuticals as much as possible, unless it's absolutely an emergency. And I don't drink. And I don't really have any. I'm recovered codependent, so that's good. So like I've had like I was feeling everything. I'm a highly sensitive person to begin with, and an empath and a psychic. So it's like you throw that in with the brain injuries, I'm feeling everything. And my poor husband, listening to me go through this, crying, not being able to help me, but really wanting to, helping me in any way that he can through this, even though neither of us knew what was going on. And then one morning, he's at home from work, where I'm like in a spiral about symptoms and feelings and pain and all that stuff, and that's all I can talk about. And he was just like, I could tell it was wearing on him, and that he was just exhausted, and he doesn't raise his voice ever, and he's just such a gentle soul, but he just like, it's like, Crystal, you got to just give me a break for a minute, you got to stop. And he had every right to say that. But then I felt this feeling that I hadn't felt in a long time, this anger, this fire within me, like just deep within me, as he had turned around after he had said, hey, stop, you got to give me a break. I just felt this fire up, just like it consumed me, like I could feel it burning, and just like this anger. Oh, I don't know if you've ever felt that way. I was so angry, not at him, not at me, but just angry. And so we have a glass table with glass stuff all over it, and I took my hands and I went, and it went flying everywhere, glass everywhere. But it had to go somewhere. I was like, I didn't know what to do. It was like welling up in me. I had to get rid of it. And that was my instinct to do that. And my husband, he looked at me, because the first thing I did as soon as I did it, I went, because I'm not that person anymore. I don't do that. Was immediately embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. And I was so like, I didn't know how he was going to react. So I like kind of looked over at him. And he just says, well, guess we didn't need that stuff. Guess we get new stuff. I was just like, oh. And then I sat down and he began to clean stuff up and I just started bawling. And I just said in a whisper, I can't live like this anymore. I can't do this. This is too much. And so,
Alice is over here, laying under the door, looking under.
I'm making a video right now. I'll be done in a minute. And so, I got up, started helping him clean. We stopped in the middle, hugged, apologized to each other. It's usually how it goes. If we argue, it's like, doesn't last very long. But I realized in that minute that I couldn't keep doing that. I couldn't keep holding that in, and it clicked in what was happening. Like, my nervous system had been like looping. That's what it felt like this. My nervous system was like not regulated at all, on high alert. My limbic system was just like my amygdala was like sending huge alarm systems things, and I just felt this looping effect inside with it just going on and on and on, and I just could not get a break. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't get a break from it. And then after that situation, I did feel a tiny bit better after I did that. And I had to ask myself, why? Why would I? That's not like, I don't live in anger anymore. What is going on? And that was what it was that my nervous system had to go somewhere. Like, it had to release somewhere, somehow. But I wasn't letting it. I was laying in bed all day. I was crying and complaining. I wasn't doing any exercise. I wasn't getting up or anything. I was just watching TV all day. And I wasn't doing anything else. So it was just kept cycling through. And so when all that happened with the table, I realized that was my nervous system releasing. It had to finally it just couldn't like do it anymore. It had to release, and it did it in that way. And I told my husband, I need to find better hobbies to release this energy on a regular basis, because it's going to get really expensive if I don't. And since then, I've joined a brain retraining program, which I absolutely love. I got a walking pad so I can walk on it in the house when I can't get outside. I've been making myself get outside as much as I can. It's winter time. That's the challenging time for me. Walking outside, things like that. I took up charcoal drawing, and I'm working on that. I am in the process of, I started school for ecotherapeutic guide, and that's like someone who guides you outside and uses Mother Earth to help you heal as therapy. So I'm doing that. Oh, what else am I doing? I'm being creative again. I'm just feeling like I can breathe again. That's not to say that I don't have sensations and things are coming up. But I took up drumming. What I realized is that was my breaking point. That was my nervous system screaming at me and just like throwing up all over me and going, you're not letting things go, and your nervous system needs movement. It needs movement. It needs movement. It needs you to get up, do something. Even if you're in bed right now and you're not able to get out of bed, move your feet, move your hands. Do something, because your nervous system needs movement to move the energy through your body and get rid of it. I didn't know that until this happened. And now when something happens, I'll dance it out. I'll just be like, okay, I'm dancing. I don't care. My husband's like, what are you doing? Dancing in the middle of the day for no reason. I'm like, I got to release this energy. And it works. Other things too. Also, slowing things down. I took social media off my phone, so I only go on my computer. What else do I do? I'm eating better. I do brain retraining meditations, visualizations on a daily basis, but I'm gonna meditate anyways, so I really enjoy it. I'm working on rewiring my brain, and I'm really enjoying life right now, and that's good. But it looks way different than it ever has, and I'm learning to be okay with that and to embrace it and to know that it's okay, that there are parts of me that I need to be extra careful with and cautious with and loving to extra, my brain needs extra time. If I have an active day like I did today, so tomorrow's probably going to be a low day, and that's okay. I'm learning to increment training on foods and, what else? Going places. I'm going to go get my nails done for the first time in months. And I always had my nails done, and I really like that. That's just something I enjoy as a human. And I haven't been doing it because I'm just like, I'm waiting to get better. Well, I tell you, when the middle of December hit, and after that situation with the table and all the glass stuff, I realized that no one is going to save me. No specific program, no specific therapist. I had 2 therapists at the time, and it was not helping. No one was going to save Crystal except for Crystal. Her husband couldn't do it. Her kids couldn't do it. All the books, everything, nothing. What I realized was it's my responsibility to save myself and to get myself out of bed and do whatever I can in that day. And every day may look different. Routines are helping. I'm working also on intuitive eating. I like that. Just kind of giving you a recap of where I am now. I transitioned my Goddess Sisterhood Facebook group. It is now the Sacred Space Center group, as well as my YouTube channel, Sacred Space Center. The Facebook group is where I post a ton of information and free classes and stuff like that, and resources, and come together in like spirituality. My husband and I run it together, and we do lives as well as contests. We're running a contest right now in there. It's free. Anybody's welcome. Doesn't matter who you are. You're welcome, as long as you come with an open heart and open mind. But I did that because why not? I want to spread love, so why not? But yeah, I just slowly started feeling myself come back alive in the middle of December, but it happened after that situation. I had to get to my breaking point in order to break through. And that, I would say, is my breaking point. Like this morning, my husband said that he was so happy because he came home from work and I'm in here washing dishes and I'm got my headphones on and I am just singing. I think I was listening to Ed Sheeran and who's the other one? Oh, I can't remember her name. Party in the USA, that girl. I don't know why I can't remember it. I'm tired. But I was singing, dancing, washing the dishes, and he was just like so happy to hear that because it's been a long time. But yeah, so these are the things I've learned. I love tools. I love tools. You know, not everybody likes tools, and as in, you know, sometimes it's overwhelming to have too many tools in the toolbox, as in like yoga, meditation, EFT tapping, brain retraining, you know, this person and this teacher and that teacher, and I get it. So what I've decided to do, because that used to overwhelm me, and I love so many different teachers, are just like each one of them has something to offer and I want to learn from, as well as programs and things like that. So what I've decided to do is just let my soul lead the way. And what I'm going to do today is what I do today. And there are things that I do know for sure that I will do every day for the rest of my life, because this is what I know that helps me. These are tools that I know that, not that I need them per se, but there's something that really help me. And I'm going to honor that. So those are yoga, yin yoga, restorative yoga. I don't do the fast yoga. I don't even teach the fast yoga. I like the slow and, you know, gentle. But the yoga, meditation, some type of meditation, whether it's brain training, guided meditation, going for a walk meditation, breathing meditation, whatever, some type of meditation, at least twice a day. Listening to music, creating art, going outside, doing breath work. I have an energy routine that I do from Donna Eden's energy medicine, which I like. I do that. And love and help people. Every day I want to help somebody, whoever that may be, and be love. So I'm still working on me, but healing, we're human bodies, is a lifelong thing, and it's never linear, and it's never like exact, and it's always up and down. And yesterday I had a massive headache and I was not feeling it. It was a challenging day for me yesterday, but I still showed up. I got up. I even made some stuff. I got up, you know, I did what I could for yesterday, and it was enough. You do what you can for that day that you're in. Let me say that again. You do what you can, whatever that may be, chores, school, socializing, going grocery shopping, paying bills, whatever. You do what you can in the day that you're in, because that's all you can do. And then on that day, what I do is I write a list of a list of everything I would like to get done. And the things that probably, you know, maybe are time sensitive, or things that, you know, I should do first, I put up at the top. And then I write it on this big dry erase board I have over here. And then I just start in there. And then sometimes I get to the end, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it gets pushed over or whatever. But you just do what you can in the day that you're in. And then push everything else, you know. And sometimes, yeah, things take a long time to get done. And sometimes they never get done. And sometimes they get done quick. I just filed papers that I've had in a box for over a year. Because I was inspired to do it. And take inspired action. Listen to your body, your mind, and your spirit. It's going to tell you what you need. Trust it. You know, that's the one thing, and I've been doing it lately with all this brain training and somatic work and things like that, is trusting my body again. And it's not just about me trusting my body. It's also my body has to trust me too. So we have to trust each other. It's a relationship. You have to form a relationship with your body. And that means if you have a list of 20 things to do, which I've done that, and all you get to is one, and that's it, that's all you got for that day, That's okay. That's great. You should celebrate that. Or take it a step further. If you do nothing on your list and you have to change appointments and push them every which way, which I do. I used to feel guilty for it. I don't anymore. If I need to change an appointment because my brain is not ready for that appointment or my body just is not, I will change the appointment. But I really make sure that it's necessary. And there are some appointments, I'll push myself a little bit just to go to them because it's important for my, healing. But again, use your intuition. It is so powerful. And only do what you can do the day that you're in. Everything else will just get done when it gets done. And then you can make plans and make goals and things like that. I have plans and goals. It's taken me almost 6 years to start having them again. Feels great. But I try not to plan too far ahead. Not out of fear, but just because I like to stay within, I like to do my whole life in seasons. Because every season is so different. You eat different, you think different, you feel different every single season. And I'm seeing that more and more. Even with my brain. My brain reacts differently every season. So I like to stick within that 3-month window of making goals and things like that. But there's some things that need to be, I just booked an Airbnb for June. Because it's for a trip for me and it had to be booked now. So basically just honor your energy every day. Don't push yourself past your threshold. That's when we get burnt out. But we could talk about this all day long, and I'm not going to. I'm tired. And I'm going to go rest. This is the last day of the full moon week for me. At this time that I'm in right now, you may be watching this in the future. And if you are, hello, future. But I just felt inspired to share my story a little bit, what's been happening. Maybe it'll help somebody else. If this resonates with you, feel free to comment. If you want to say something negative or not so nice on this, you can comment that too. I'm not going to give it any attention, but it's okay. You can. I won't care either way. If you post it negative or you just not because you choose to be a nice person. Just saying. But we're all in this together. We're all human beings experiencing this human experience together. None of us are any better than the other person. We're all the same. And take a breath, release it. Thank you for listening to my chit chat. Much love and light to you. Namaste.